Ladies and gentlemen, sex, big dick. Welcome back to a battle for the bottom. I'm AJ0. I'm here with Heron, and we got two teams, both at 1 and 2, trying to stay away from the bottom of the BOL standings, where they will join someone on this channel. I'll give you a hint, it's not me or 30. Heron, your mic is muted.
That's very toxic. How dare you say I go to the bottom when I did it, when I took at least one map off to top team? Fuck you. Okay, that hurts, man. I didn't channel the sex big dick energy like I should have. One of these teams has got to channel the sex big dick energy to win. I don't know who it's gonna be. Probably Ryan Wallclimb.
I'm really curious to see how these teams respond this week. Both of these teams almost exclusively were running Ryan Zarya last week. Zarya obviously not available this week, so now we're gonna see what is Plan B for both of these teams.
Yeah, probably just a bunch of double shield fucking sleeper bullshit, honestly. And, yep, based on what, no, actually, Josh is pulling out the fucking Roadhog. I
think that's here to stay. I like this too. Josh, an excellent Roadhog, and I think they can do some creative things with this Road Harissa comp. By the way, on the red team, we've got Give Ryan, Big Brain E-Thoughts. I'm sorry, this is...
Big Brain Ethos is on offense. Give Ryan Wallclimb's on defense.
Cuban Pete with the feet. He's playing.
He is playing. They benched
BSRK has been benched by Big Brain Ethos. So let's keep an eye out on him on this Baptiste.
And we have Daddy Dano pulling in the McCree.
He's got to be so upset about this. He was so excited to support. But here we go. Kings Row starting up. We got Give Reinhardt wall climb here. Ooh, Morty, Spades. Everyone's staying alive for now. But this is going to give the offense a nice chance to get up onto this point. As Spades and Tank Josh are both going down. That is no tanks available for Give Reinhardt wall climb. You got to think that's going to be a point flip because Morty's going down. K4 going to do diligence and die near the points. And this is going to turn into some staggers here. There's going to be some long spawns coming through.
Nah, they're all gonna get good spawned after that quick of a death. Wait, nope.
No, Crystallized and Snipes are coming from the long spawn, so that will presumably let the offense push through at least under the arch here. As they are pushed very far forward, maybe looking for more. By the way, that's Brian on Torbjorn. Offensive is in I'm offended on behalf of Big Brain Ethos right now.
I don't know, man. I don't know why that freaking defense is still. I guess everyone's up here now, but like. They were just given way too many cooldowns out for like no fucking reason. Absolutely makes no sense.
Yeah, and Cuban Pete telling probably his parents all happy that their boy's starting tonight. He's just pushing the cart solo all this way. As now we finally have these teams actually staring each other down here.
Yep. Looks like dude, there's a lot of shield break on the offense. And finally they're on double shield to like counteract that. But Zen Discord's gonna do a lot. And that's a big Maywall too.
Yeah, there are some ults kind of coming through. Spades survived a sliver of health there, and now here we go. Nano coming in. Yep.
And that's a big grab flex right there. A lot of low health bars, but Immorfield's gonna help.
Yeah, and still no one has fallen. Yes, Slice Bread finally going down. Cerbert a little too late with that Transcendence to save the tank. And now we'll see High Noon coming through to Daniel. Doesn't find anyone, and that's a lot of damage being dealt. But still going to be healed up here as this 5v5 is still ongoing.
Yeah, Crystallized got way too ahead of his tanks and got hard punished for it. That was very good from the offense. I mean, without your Mei, this starts to become really hard. And here comes a window. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, good immortality field as a lot of the team got naded by K4 there. And there's still, God, this is just such a war of attrition going on between these teams. No one finding any kills as now Zappa and Slicebread trying to push forward. They finally get to pick Spades, the first to fall for Wall Climb. Is everyone gonna fall? Finally, the defense just caves in, and Big Brain Ethos falls apart. Wall Climb gonna get the second point.
So you got Crystallized who walled off his own main tank into some cum, and then like everyone just walked into cum and died. I don't understand. I'm very confused.
Well, sometimes the pressure of being on stream gets the players, and this is unfortunate for Big Brain Ethos because they are at a major ult disadvantage right now. As Josh Danko just went for the slam.
Yeah, but K4 is getting taken out. That's like huge offense advantage. Snipes is going for the res though.
That is now both those healers back to available. Now Spades the first to fall again in the Orisa duel. Now here, what can this High Noon do? It's absolutely nothing as this cart is pushing, inching towards this third point here. Baptiste field coming through, and now Crystallize dropping this Blizzard on the cart. This is getting some nice outer Cerber with the Transcendence, keeping the Frozen boys alive.
Yeah, that's absolutely huge trans. Dano does go down, but so does K4.
Yeah, this is still really tight, but the defense may be starting to stabilize here. Everyone's still pretty high on health. And there's a nice snipes, gets the res onto K4, and Morty finds a shot onto Cerbird. This could be a chance for Give Reinhardt Wall Climb to finally reestablish here, and it looks like they will force Big Brain Ethos back away from this card.
Yeah. Dude, one thing I want to comment on is like how little I've noticed Morty in the kill feeds or really anything. I think like even though she's great on McCree, the offense is doing such a good job at double shield. Maybe a swap needs to come to some form of shield break, because this is just, I don't know. You can't have a star player not getting value.
Yeah, exactly. Morty was huge for Wall Climb last week, and here we go. Dano looking for it with High Noon again. I'm not quite sure what he saw there, but the answer is going to end up being nothing. But hey, no, it was just a zoning ult, zoning Crystallize into Cuban Pete's crosshairs.
Yeah, Josh is coming in with a big grab flux though, and they already have Frisbee out. Cuban Pete goes down, that's huge.
That's big. Now, this is going to turn into defensive advantage if they can get these spawns out, and Crystallize has rejoined his team now. Outmanned offense being slowly pushed off this cart. Zappa was down, Dano is down. A High Noon comes out of Morty, didn't have to do much, but it's still a team fight win here for Big Brain.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, for Give Reinhardt Wall Climb.
That's okay, we'll figure out the name before the season's over.
I was so good at game one, god damn it.
It's fine. I mean, aside from that High Noon, I think pretty good fight. Honestly, if I was the offense, the second I lost my main support, I don't really know if I would have hard committed as much as they did. I don't know. They do have Koom online though, and K4 goes down. Both support ults on the offense too. That's gonna be a big fight.
Yeah, this big ult advantage. What can they do with it? They've already found two. Give Reinhardt Wall Climb. What do they have to pull a major play out here to try to hold on to this point? The answer's looking like nothing as they've lost 3 now. They've lost 4 now. That's no tanks available.
Yep, that's it. That's it. 100% that's it.
Yeah, Molten come to finish it off, and the offense of Torbjorn going to be successful here with 2 minutes to go. Big Brain Ethos takes all 3 points.
Man, they're really showing up. I am very impressed and happy about it. Like, they seem like they're doing a great job at zoning out or just like flat out shutting down Morty, which is like the carry DPS of Give Reinhardt Wall Climb, right? Like, I think that's all you got to do to beat this team. You know, like, I don't know. We'll see more.
Yeah, let's see what else Morty has, maybe besides the McCree. If it's if there is something else, that's, I mean, seemed like all of the damage in week 1 was coming from that McCree out of Morty. So I don't know her very well, so I don't know what else is there in the tank on the sign up. I mean, we see a May, and if you go even further down, Hanzo, which if those are close to the McCree level, you think those might be the swaps, but Morty apparently still feeling comfortable with McCree being the pick here, so we will see.
Yeah, from my discussion, or like talks with her at least, she is a bit of a May player and like very proud of her May play, so I'm surprised she's not pulling it out, because like, I don't know, Zap and Slice Spread seem to be playing a little bit different a game sometimes. Like, you could definitely wall one of them off and hard punish, I think.
5, 4, 3.
Guess we'll find out in like 10 seconds.
So a lot of the same coming through here. Torbjorn turret going up onto the statue. That is toxic. Well, it has been punished appropriately. Thank you for reporting.
Yeah, this is going to be a big shield shooty war for a while now. Although both DPS seem to be flanking, which I don't agree with at all.
Yeah, Cold War continues as the Immortality field had to come out of K4 there.
Did do a good job of keeping Josh up, though. That is the big play. And Josh...
Ooh, Cuban
Ooh.
Geek gets sniped through the chaos there. And now this may be an opportunity to give Reinhardt wall climb to push forward as they find Dano as well. They lose snipes in the process, but they're still up. They take out Zappa, and this is looking very good. Give Reinhardt wall climb on the offense. Is Josh Dano going deep? Wants to stagger the motherfuckers.
He's just here to play Chad Hart. He does not give a fuck. He said, I'm tired of playing double shield bullshit. I'm gonna WT Andy and fucking solo Shatter Slice Bread. Suck my dick.
Yeah, Dick sucked. If there's any downside here for Give Reinhardt wall climb is that the entire team of Big Brain Ethos was able to close spawn. So, but they're still gonna be able to clear their way through the arch here. They pushed forward. Good job out of wall climb. We'll see what happens next is the mortality field and that P-stall did come through.
Oh,
there.
no.
You just
And here comes the sex big dick man himself. Holy shit.
Good God.
Fed a little bit, but did his job. Easy.
Yeah, absolutely. He will be back before this next fight breaks out, I'm thinking. So you take that. As that will get them almost all of the way to point 2. It kind of clears them through the last of the hard chokes.
He literally just got a fire strike and a charge. He's already halfway to shatter. That is a juicy fire strike. Holy shit. And he's already back. And he's in deep.
They don't call him Chad Hart for nothing. As there he is. Chad it up! Maybe a little too deep. No, it's going to be nice and mortality field comes through. As here we go. Slice bread. Looking for it with the ults as the tires coming through. Crystallized out of 2 for 2 so far. 4v4 still to play out here on the cart. Healers all alive. This Transcendence gonna come through, tries to save Josh, but not able to get there. And there is just Crystallized in spades, cannot find any kills right now. As now Snipes is shooting as well, but Crystallize is down. This is looking like Big Brain Ethos going to hold on to this cart. As Snipes trying to run away, but the suck and the cuck, Snipes going to be staggered late.
Dude, if he had just been there a fucking half second earlier with that trans, Josh would have been able to fucking shatter, and that would have been a 1 fight. That is goddamn tragic. Holy shit.
Yeah, now
Like,
look at these
my heart.
ult meters. We've got 4 ults available here for Big Brain Ethos on the defense. Just really Josh and K4 coming close to their team, and Cuban Pete, he at least dropped the ult, but he gets picked very early, and now this is going to be a chance here. But God, everyone is so low. K4 has to top everyone off.
Yeah, but that's a free window for K4, and then you know, like, that's your main support dead again. I don't. Dude, Pete's gotta figure this shit out, man. That's insane.
And here we go, Josh not finding it with the Shatter, and Cerberus comes in with the Transcendence, just buying time right here, stalling this team out at full health. Meanwhile, there's a lot of low health bars on the side of Give Reinhardt walk line, and now Baptiste all coming through. Got everyone up in the air. K4 not coming back down with his life. Neither does Crystallized. And Big Brain Ethos now they're pushing forward. Slice Bread has found a 3rd kill in a row. That's 4 kills for nothing. This is a great fight out of Big Brain Ethos, and they are going to get some very late stayers as they chase spades and snipes to the ends of the map.
Yo, I don't know when Morty made the swap over, but Morty's now on the Mei. I was noticing some Mei walls and I couldn't figure out where they were coming. No, Blizzard's probably gonna be up next fight, and they're gonna have both tank ults and DPS and support ult. Although defense has a lot of big ults too. You got Cum, you got High Noon, and you got Bongo. That's a big combo.
Yeah, and this is a non-standard entry here, but they are gonna be scouted out by this Torbjorn turret. So we'll see what can they do on the drop. Is High Noon coming through? Dano, he's no senpai with those ults. We're gonna be honest here. But here we go. The drop coming, then Crystallize gonna lead. Josh charging in. That tire's coming through. No, not gonna find anything. By the way, now the defense has actually been zoned away from the cart. The offense can just stall this one out. What a cheeky play!
Holy shit, that's so funny. I was scared some shit like that was gonna happen. That was, I don't know, man.
They lose track of the game, and it cost them. They were up shit creek.
And now offense has really just the Mei ult, but that's a pretty big ult if they don't have a defensive ult. Which Cerberus gonna be close to it. I think he can get it, hopefully.
Yeah, there's gonna be some pressure on the Zenyatta. Can he get that Transcendence online? Or is everyone going to be frozen in this next fight?
Oh yeah, he's definitely got it, for sure. But sliced bread coming in with another huge friggin' flux.
There we go. So there we go. Blizzard Transcendence trade gonna happen. By the way, Crystallized did go down to the Sigma ult here. As this cart's still moving forward.
Spades. Oh yeah, that's a lost fight for sure.
Still does put this offense only a fight away from winning this, and they are still gonna be in an alright. Actually, they're going to have ult advantage heading into this next fight. They will have 3 available, and there will presumably be none at the onset of this fight for Big Brain Thoughts.
Yeah, I can't see anything that I would say close enough to be in the course of the fight. Dude, Shatter and Double Shield is something really tricky, but if you can get a distraction from Crystallized's tire, maybe some stuff will work. Who knows?
Yeah, well, here we go. They're looking for it. As that tire's coming in from the high grounds. Nice and slow, taking his time getting in there. And Crystallized is going to find Zappa with the tire. And now a slam. It's going to hit
juicer.
Oh, Josh is in there swinging away. There's an immortality field, though, so everyone's going to stay alive here. But there are some low health bars. Server and Brian did go down in the chaos. Dano down as well. And this has been a disaster for Big Brain Ethos is out. It is just 2 members, 1 members, no members alive. And Give Reinhardt wall climb will get all 3 points as well. And we've got more rounds coming.
Wow, they are competitive times. Let's go to 6-6, 9-9. Kings roll all night, dude. I'm down.
Well, I'm not ruling it out. We've seen it happen before. So let's see here. We've got 1:07 remaining for Give Reinhardt wall climb to see what they can do on this push. We'll see. Is there anything creative these teams have in store to maybe change up how they attack this first point?
Honestly, it's probably all just gonna be some form of combination of double shield bullshit, and I'm just gonna fall asleep casting. This is the most boring meta of Overwatch. I hate it. I hate it so much. But with bans, that's what you get this week. RIP.
Hey man, I'm pretty excited. You know, I missed this one, so I get to finally see what the double shields are like.
It goes, Arisa, shoot shield on the ground and just shield goes away. Reinhardt comes up, shield. Arisa, oh, I have another shield. Throw a shield on ground. Just repeat that until you kill yourself. I don't know, dude. Like, so many people, I hate this meta. At least Arisa's shield got nerfed. At least Arisa and Sig shield both got nerfed, but this is still runnable.
5, 4.
Did you just clap? Did you just clap for Sir Birdman?
Yeah.
That's toxic.
Incoming.
No
I'm
one's
not
happy.
the toxic one. Cupid Pete just said no one claps. He was wrong.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's not happy though.
Seconds remaining.
His name is Cupid Pete, and I now wish for him defeat.
Oh.
All right, no, I'm just kidding. Cupid Pete, I hope everyone wins. I hope everyone loses. Let's be real. All right, somebody though, I will get half of my wish in this match because somebody will eventually lose here. I guess everybody could lose if we draw. Well, Server the first to lose with a nice pick from Morty and a big fire strike out of Josh built a lot of damage. Dano down as well. And now this is exactly what Give Reinhardt wall climb wanted, at least momentarily, till they lose Morty. But I still think they're gonna be able to hold this point. The immortality field is down from Cupid Pete. The Baptiste ult is through. This is a tick and a half. So far, this has been a very, very slow fight. Now, K4 going down, and the respawns are coming through here for the defense. There's only 15 seconds remaining, so this is it, folks. And Crystallized is down. They may not have capitalized on their picks now. Give Reinhardt wall climb. They've got 8 seconds here to see what they can make happen. Spades down. Josh is in the side looking for a slam, but somebody's got to touch this point, and Snipes will not get on. They do not get back to the point, and that's 53% on the point for Give Reinhardt wall climb.
That is heartbreaking. They had the advantage, and then just through sheer bad gameplay, they lost it all. Dude, that sucks. K4 dying was actually just the worst possible thing that could have happened to that. That sucks, man. Goddamn.
Well,
They did get a tick, though.
The good news is, yes, they got percentage, which means we are not going to be drawing on this map.
I don't know, man. Can you draw if you get the exact same percentage? I don't even know Overwatch well enough to know that.
No, if what I remember is right, and this might not be, I believe
Ready for
you either, when you match the percentage or when you go over, it gives you the win, but you're losing until that point.
Ha! Neat!
So you can only do it like right at where where the cart actually comes to a stop.
attackers.
That is, huh.
30 seconds.
Anyway, offense is going to be running May Junkrat. with double shield bullshit. Defense actually looked to see the defense probably losing out on that shield war just for lack of shield break. Morty is more lethal with the creep, but I don't know, man. I think in a sustain war, I don't know if I feel McCree, man. That sucks.
2, 1.
Oh, we'll see if Morty's got something big she can pull here. And the shields are going to stay up for a while. As here we go. Big Brainy Thoughts rushing on them. They do separate Josh Danko away from his team. Is K4 and Brian going to trade? That is a bad situation. That is the main healer. Snipes has to keep his entire team topped off here for quite a while until Baptiste rejoins them. But still, this is kind of a slow fight. There is some time being stalled here. I give Reinhardt a walk line. So they're doing a good job of playing behind these shields and not taking a lot of damage. They actually do pick Server. Great fire strike out of Josh. That's the kind of play they needed to equalize things. Is this Baptiste is almost back. Morty goes down, but this K4 has rejoined the defense here.
Oh no, Crystallize goes down though, man. This is tough.
Pete also goes down. That's a lot less healing available for this offense here. Is now Josh just trying to buy time here. Chad Hart, though, going to finally go down. Spades down, K4 down, and I think that's all they wrote. Big Brainy Thoughts comes through big, and they are going to win Kings Row.
Man, a valiant fucking effort, though.
That's an exciting map. So let's see here. Play of the game is going to be Brian on this toxic Torbjorn coming through. Y'all like come?
I was really hoping it was a dead Torbjorn play. God damn it.
Perfect.
That's a good start to this map.
Ooh, sliced bread with the damage card there for Big Brain E-Thoughts.
Yeah, tanks definitely are going to be the carry on this team, for sure.
Poor Dano, he was so excited to heal.
Dude, I feel like you throw Mr. Pete on DPS, Dano doesn't die.
Well, I mean,
on support. I don't know.
Mr. Pete, he's still a big time Junkrat player, isn't he?
I don't remember.
I know in former BOL seasons he played Junkrat. I'm just thinking if this is going to be the shield war of attrition, where you have to stick somebody on Junkrat to be chucking into shields nonstop, maybe you try it.
Maybe. You know, I mean, like, it's better than getting picked first half the fights on defense. That's
there were a lot of those, yes.
I don't remember that happening to Dano. Is all I'm saying. I'm just being toxic now. I love you, buddy. Don't come to my house and twist my nips. He's gonna do it. He lives very close to me. I'm scared. Help me. All right, so Swift's dead, and it's the Heron 911 show. My life's in danger, and I don't really know what to do. Good luck.
Yeah, well, or not. No luck to the toxic one. So here we go, into map 2. Can give Reinhardt wall climb, even this up. As we've had some good matches tonight. No 3-0s tonight, which has been a blessing. We've gone into game 3. I think we've gone into game 3 1-1 every match, right?
Yeah, the team that wins... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I was going to say that the team that wins map 1 loses the other 2, but that's not true.
Ready for
It's just my team. The heartbreaking defeat, but we kind of all knew it was coming, let's be honest. So it looks like you're going to start out with Big Brain E-Thoughts on offense, running basically what they mirrored on last time, Dano on May and Brian on Junkrat, where the defense is going to change it up just a little bit with Crystallize on Hanzo. That's a little bit of added shield break, and I kind of like that. Then Morty's going to stay on Kree and do some flank Kree bullshit, and maybe just kill their whole team. Who knows?
Yeah, well, we'll find out soon, hopefully.
5, 4,
So here we go.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Big Brainy Thoughts out the gate onto the carts. As we're going to see... We've seen some very far back initial defenses on Rialto so far tonight.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
looks like give Ryan a wall climb. Ooh, they are getting a nice pick on the Zappa though. That's big. That could give them the chance to kind of hold this first game here. I like this Dano Maywall to buy his team some time. But yeah, Dank Joshua on the chat heart gonna push right on up. They don't want to give up any more territory than they have to. Zappa is coming out of spawn nearly back to this card now. This card's still kind of moving again.
Yeah, they're still taking space with the 5v6, like, because they can't push the Junkrat who's on the high ground just raining damage from above unless they commit their Baptiste to it. That's crazy. That's I don't know, I'd send Hanzo up there to deal with them, but it is what it is.
Yeah, now Josh going in. It's a fatty shatty, but Josh loses his life in the process. And the only that may not have been so fatty.
Dude, Josh is just here to say, fuck you, I want a big slam, I don't care what it takes.
Yeah, unfortunate for him because they had spent so long not challenging the carts, and these are some pretty late staggers coming through. This is point 1 going over to Big Brain Ethos.
Oh yeah, they need to back hard. This is bad.
And this is why, folks, when you know the fight's over, sometimes you gotta just run to the cart and die on it.
But that's okay, because Crystallize gets out alive apparently.
Yeah, Crystallize with the 10,000 brain escape. Good job.
I don't know about 10,000 brain. It was a lucky escape for sure though.
I mean, more brain than me, and I got a lot of them, so good on him. Ooh, no, just kidding. I get excited. I watch Josh Firestrike, and I always assume it's going into 3 people, and then like sometimes it doesn't, and I'm surprised about it.
I mean, yeah, he hits fatties. K4 goes down though, and that is really bad.
Yeah, Cerber did pop Transcendence here, so this is a few more picks coming through. This is still a 1-man advantage in favor of Big Brain Ethos, and they have both of their healers available, maybe most importantly. There's a, ooh, Morty is still up there on this high ground, but I don't know what she is hoping to accomplish here. Is this card now, I think, yeah, her team is just giving this one up, and Morty still hasn't been staggered. Morty, you gotta die!
Dude, that's like so much space though. I'm amazed that her team didn't try to contest that. She had 3 people chasing her. I would be screaming that in all chat.
Yeah, and Morty, he finds multiple kills. Now look at this. Her team comes in, they win the fight, but now you're on top of offensive spawn as K4 is just freaking out on this Baptiste right now.
Oh no, he's fragging a little too hard, not keeping his tank up unfortunately. And now K4's dead. That's a loss. Just back up, just back up, just back up. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
this is now, so we're heading on to leg 3 of Rialto here. Give Reinhardt wall climb. Only needed to lose 2 fights to give up the first 2 points. That is some really rough spacing out of this team.
Yep, absolutely. And now the offense has 3 big ults, both tank ults and a tire coming online. The defense the defense has 4 ults actually. The defense is fine.
Well, yeah, because these fights, there's only been 2 of them, really. So everyone's been saving ult, and Morty says, fuck you and your ult, save it a little longer, Brian.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. The offense has historically been able to give up, maybe not 2 and win, but that's
Cerber swapping over to the Ana now, so we got big time heals coming through for Big Brain Ethos. Saying, hey, Cuban Pete, it's okay if you get picked, we'll still have the Ana around.
Yeah, they're not worried about it. I mean, like, Bird did get a lot of value out of his trances, but without a super big ult combo, I don't really think they need it.
And now here we go. It's going to be 9 ults available. Crystallize and Spades go down before they can use theirs. And now this is once again Give Reinhardt wall climb trying to back that ass up as they are just getting staggered even more here. Josh makes it out with a sliver, but oh, there goes Brian. Then that may be a chance to turn this. Josh going in. He's found a few kills, and now his team is starting to turn this. Josh lost his life, but may have set his team up for success. The challenger is Morty's getting a couple of kills off here as well. And this is finally looking like a defensive hold.
Yep, that was really sloppy, but Josh is able to get a big enough shatter to take out one of their tanks. That definitely won it for him. And Morty clicked a lot of heads, obviously.
And importantly, this team didn't have to commit a lot of ults there. There was only 2 defensive ults used.
Yeah, and now they've got big old. Dude, this is
still big
old
ult.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah, Cerbert's coming close on the nano boost, so we could have another 8 ultimate fight here. K4, the first one in pressure. Here we go, Dragon coming through out of Crystallize as that Sigma ult didn't well maybe put some pressure out, but nice immortality field on K4. Still though, this cart being inched backwards now. Brian with the chance for a big target does find Morty as this cart's finally being contested again. Josh Danko does pick up Slice
go
Bread.
down. Yeah.
Here we go. Transcendence out of Snipes trying to keep Josh Danko alive and will be able to this time. So here we go. Nano goes on to Zappa's Orisa. Finally, all of the cards are being played here. And the answer is not a whole lot. It's been like a 1-for-1. But
yeah, it's really hard to get value out of a Nano Orisa. I personally would have let a tank die and just save that shit. That's, I don't know. Josh has almost got Shatter again, though. That's how trance and free swinging get you. Morty gonna zone off with a high noon, maybe. Josh shatters none. Unlucky.
Yeah, but it's still 2 kills going through. Dano and Slice Bread both down there. So give Reinhardt walk on kind of turning the tables here.
Yeah, Josh is just W keying him. He doesn't give a fuck. His team's so far behind him, but Josh is like, we've won the fight. I don't care. I'm taking Sturbird and Zappa out.
Nice out of Josh.
Dude, zero fear, Chad Hart. That's how you gotta play sometimes. And he shattered and it has another shatter. Like, holy shit, dude. They have burned 4 minutes off the clock on this last point defense too. Finally, it's good to see some life in this team. I'm happy.
Yeah, and it's forcing. This is a. I don't think I can ever call it a good thing when I see Dano swapping on the Torbjorn. That's where we're at right now, folks.
Dude, Torb's very, very strong. Don't ever sleep on a Torb pick in like today's meta. He is very powerful with this kid.
But this seems like the kind of pick Dano does when he's tilted.
That is fair. That is.
I'll
give you that.
We'll see. Can he get the come online? He's got 50 seconds to play. He only needs to blow that load once. So here we go. Baptiste Field coming through from K4. They do take out the server nice and early. Now a Dragon coming through from Crystallize. Dano down. Dano's turret down. Batteries down. This is going to be another hold and give Reinhardt wall climb as they're trying to get some staggers here. Set themselves up good for the last fight.
30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and those are the staggers you want. 27 seconds left. You're gonna have your time to get your whole team here, but it's gonna be close, and it's gonna be scary with double shield. Double shield likes to move real slow.
It's playing again.
Got 12 seconds to play. Slice Spread, the only one on his team with an ult available, as Brian is still a few shots away from a rip tire. Meanwhile, the defense, they have that big transcendence available.
Wait, Brian's alive in the backline. He's been hiding this whole time.
Oh, well then. So here we go. High Noon coming through as he's just waiting to get access with this tire. He's really waiting to get this tire. No, Brian's finally committing to this fight, but now Dano is down. Sigma ultimate coming through. Transcendence on the Snipes going to keep the defense able to play this slow. Here we go, Brian. What have you got? This is the tire. Can it find anything? The answer is no. And you have to think that is looking like the end for this offense. Brian is down. There's now Chad Danko and the comrades pushing forward, mopping up tanks, slamming hammers. Josh does go down in the process though as this Nano Slice Bread's put out some damage. Dano with the Tracer slot. He's actually finding some picks. And maybe on the staggers here, the offense getting reestablished. Dano went down as I was getting excited here. Is now defensive spawn advantage. Should be coming through in just a moment, but Slice Bread has just been staying alive at the front forever here. Oh, we have Zappa swapped over to the Wrecking Ball. As now somehow almost everyone has made it back to this card. Morty takes out Brian's Doomfist. Everyone is a different character than the last time I said their names. Is the stall picks are all coming through. 5v5 on the cart right now as no one is making any progress. But Crystallize, maybe that is the one. Some nice damage coming through and everyone has to step off to dodge the ult. And that gives it. Give Reinhardt walk climb. They hold on.
That was a fucking clown fiesta. Dano got he respawned just to kill Crystallize twice, but Crystallize did his shit with the fucking Hanzo. That was so fucked, dude. I don't know. Nobody ever caps third point Rialto. Changed my mind. It's very, very hard. That turn is like.
It's a hard map.
Oh,
it's a really hard map.
Yeah, that's a hard turn down Heroin Road, man. That is where your life goes to die. Holy shit.
All right, so we'll see here. What does Give Reinhardt wall climb have on the offense as I rein it back in?
Ready for battle.
Ashe. Ashe is pretty good in the double shield in the sense that you can dynamite farm and get a lot of bombs, but I don't know, man. I feel like Zappa's he's gonna just slurp a few of those up before you can actually get value from him. Who knows?
Well, maybe they didn't get the memo about the Pharah ban, and they're trying to predict the big Pharah out of Dano right now. It's with the Zen.
Dude, if Dano plays Pharah, like, I don't know, he's just a flex god. He was made for Echo.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Alright, so looking like these are going to be the picks. We got the double hit scan coming through for Give Reinhardt Wall Climb, Big Brain E-Thoughts, sticking pretty similar here. Well, Dano, I think his May debut for the Knights. May Torbjorn, what a world we live in.
Yep, that is the meta right now.
Overwatch in 2020. It's good to be back. Ooh, that was a nice dynamite. Wait,
Yeah.
no.
Good old charge, actually, approaching 40%. Morty does die on the flank, though, and Snips is down. That's unlucky.
That's big. Is this may stop his push from going much further.
Yep, very true, but I don't know. With this comp, you're gonna rely a lot on Bob and play Bob as a tank. K4 getting dangerously low, though.
Yeah, Josh, though, has been holding on to this card for as long as he can. As Crystallized does get picked through the chaos here. Human Pete, good job there. This is looking good for Big Brain E-Thoughts here so far.
Yeah, Josh gets walled off, but they haven't pushed him. That's pretty nuts. That is a big window, though. And Josh is dead. RIP.
Unlucky.
Yeah, sometimes you just absorb a lot of bully as a main tank, and that was one of those times for sure. Human Pete has been like just really dinking some of these DPS and just doing a lot better job on Zen, I'd say.
Hey, it's easy, you know. You play Zenyatta, you just where's the backline? Get back there.
Playing Zen,
So
easy
here we
clap.
go. Big window opportunity coming through here for Give Reinhardt Wall Climb. Crystallize is pushing this card now. High Noon coming.
Oh no! That's a tilter. That's a fucking tilter. Goddamn.
That's unlucky. They do say it's better to be lucky than good. We know no one here is good. Big Brain E-Thought's gonna try to come close as they're pushing forward. They do lose Dano in the process though. As this is getting into a very split fight. Spades goes down as Josh Danko finds it on the flank, but actually finds something. As Human Pete going for Transcendence there that I don't know if it was necessary.
Well, okay, so Sir Bird was shattered, so that Transcendence was 100% necessary. Because if Bob had been able to kill Sir Bird before he could get infield down, which he very likely would have, I completely agree with that trans, in my opinion.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Good job out of him. So we'll see how fast he can build that heading into the next one. No response, come on.
Well,
It's the ultimate play-by-play play. Get contradicted and just go, I completely agree, and just ignore it. There you go, folks. Any aspiring commentators, that's the play. All right, here we go. Up on the high ground. Snipes the only ult available for this offense right now. Big Brain E-Thoughts, they have 4 to themselves. What will they do with it? So we only have a minute to play here. Brian does go down before he gets to blow his load, though. And now Snipes popping the Transcendence is going to equalize out, but not able to keep Josh Dingo alive. And this is actually a lot of people being traded both ways right here. But this is looking good for the
Dango
team.
died through that trance. That's a nutso amount of damage.
What?
Holy shit.
What killed him?
I focus, a lot of team focus, I guess, dude. I don't know. Like, you have to out damage 300 damage per second. That's a lot of damage, man.
Josh Danko, if you believed in God, maybe you should.
30 seconds.
Holy shit.
All right, here we go, though. So the defense, I think, is going to get the chance to challenge here. Brian did go down. That's 2 fights in a row. Dies without blowing his load. My poor boy's got to have some blue balls by this point. Because that's going to be Give Reinhardt Walk Line, capping point 1 here, giving a lot of staggers in the process, too.
Rip, dude. Some of the newer DPS players need to learn how to use their ults faster instead of saving them for next round, I think.
Hey, man, when Overwatch 2 comes out, these guys are going to have a lot of ults to 2 ones.
You fucking big facts, dude. Goddamn. Josh, however, is in there deep, and he's fine, actually. He won't die, probably.
Yeah, he's kind of at least forcing this defense off of this high ground as they're trying to take out this turret. And they will be able to, so they get that turret off. It's good spot. Now Josh is on the flank. Fly swatters Brian right off the staircase. Now here we go. Sigma ult coming through on a sliced bread. Josh Danko is down, so it's a 5v5 right now. They got 45. No tanks available for Give Reinhardt walk line, but 44 and Bob coming through. Now that is a tank available as Bob's in there trying to do something. Fun fact, I can't see Bob's health bar.
Crystallize is doing work too.
I said it. Bob was the tank, and Bob tanked successfully. Turns all the attention of Give Reinhardt walk line, or opens up all the attention so Give Reinhardt walk line can capitalize, get the kills, and get the point here. And now after an awful start to their offense, Give Reinhardt walk line is alive on Rialto.
Yeah, I'm glad to see him coming online. This is pretty big. I don't know if I agree with Dano on Soldier shooting into double shields, but best luck to you, brother. Go fight the good fight,
He
man.
thought we were missing one of the hit scans, and he didn't want the other two to feel lonely, and I appreciate that. Good guy, Dano. Here we go! Brian is finally gonna nut and immediately dies!
Ugh, that's unlucky. I mean, he does get some good zoning, and then Dano picks up too.
Yeah,
So,
Dano with the big fuck you to Heron, as he now has a tac visor available. If he can get 2 kills without that, imagine what he's gonna do with it.
Brian's gonna play Doomfist into Morty's McCree, and they say flashbang. That's it. That's all you're gonna hear. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, maybe we'll see a little peelier of a Doomfist coming out of Brian here. As
Doomfist peeling?
Listen, man, support players have dreams too. Mine could be pretty twisted. K4 went down early though. Did get a chance to drop his window, but maybe he didn't accomplish much. Brian, by the way, oh, Dano finds a kill in his spades. Now, this should be a chance for the defense to finish stopping this cart.
Yep, they definitely put a pretty good stop to everything. Josh, they're pushing forward. I don't know why Josh thought he was safe right there, man. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, and this is gonna be some nice staggers potentially if they can. Well, maybe not. Not quite able to find any of these kills. And actually, that does force a transcendence out of Cuban Pete. So that's a
Josh is going for a flank shatter. Josh is going for a flank shatter.
Josh, you
But they got a lot of attention and gave up Brian. Dano's doing attack visor, but he's gonna get caught out and not die. That's amazing. He literally jumped to their entire team and didn't die. What the fuck?
Dano the God coming through. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen though. Oh my God. I was so excited. Then it was just right through his shield. Come on, Josh. Morty does take out Dano though. Nice job as this cart is kind of pushing here. That's man advantage to Give Reinhardt wall climb as they are now inching towards the end here. Dano will respawn to contest here as Dano swapping over to the Junkrat. Morty does go down in the process here as well. As Doomfist going up. Doomfist looking to come down. I lost Doomfist. That happens sometimes.
Yup.
Anyone.
Dude, he's just like linearly W-king straight to their team and they don't have anything for it. 10 seconds left and they've lost. Yeah, this is it. They've lost. Unbelievable.
Very extended last fights that unfortunately does not work out for Give Reinhardt a walk on. That means Big Brain Ethos is going to take the first 2-0 lead of the night here.
Love to see it.
So, play of the game. It's going to be Morty here on the McCree. Oh yeah, some of these were pretty good early on. As, you know, just drop it on back. Hey, Mr. Cuban Pete, you think you're safe back there? That's silly. Let's finish the job.
We take those.
Alright, so we got one map left here. Give Reinhardt wall climb down 0-2. Gonna try to find a win tonight.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This is the tank core of Give Ryan wall climb is playing their own game right now, and it makes me a little sad. It makes me a little happy to watch some of the shenanigans, but they're definitely not playing how they should be. And I don't know. It's unlucky.
Yeah, I agree. I can empathize with being unlucky. I'm actually pretty unlucky. I was born without any skill.
Dude, So
I wasn't any
I was
unluckier
born
than
with
that.
skill but no brain. Like I'm literally the most Papega person you've ever seen. So like maybe if we touch tips, we could do a fusion dance and become one good player. What do you think?
I bet if we were on the same team, we'd win the BOL.
I mean, dude, we have 100% win rate together, honestly.
All right, so map 3 coming through here, just getting the ready checks out of these teams. I hope bad plays of the week comes back because I really want to see that Josh Danko attempt again.
Dude, if anyone has any
Oh, here it
experience,
comes. I think it's about to happen in Twitch chat. I think.
do it.
Yes,
Do it.
yes. How lucky it comes between games. Chris just spamming the shield. I'm gonna go back and rewatch that again. That was probably not as funny as it is to me, and that's the beauty of the moment. But here we go. Oasis map 3. We got Give Reinhardt wall climb. Gonna try to claw back some points here. Remember, Baddy Overwatch League, your match record doesn't really matter. You're playing for map record. So every win counts with trying to make it towards the playoffs. But going the other way, for Big Brain E-Thoughts, they have the chance to go up to 5-1 here, which either puts them in first or tied for first, I think. Because there are no 6-0 teams after 2 weeks.
Wait, no. It'd be 4-2. We 2-1.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yes, these teams are playing to avoid the bottom. It was
Yes, sir.
Put Big Brain E-Thoughts in a good spot if they're up 4-2 after 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
5.
All right, so here we go. Last map, we got both of these healers. We got some. Well, we had Brigitte coming through. Brigitte, Baptiste, Dano on the Tracer in one direction. As we do have Reinhardt going both ways. The other way, Moira, Anna, Crystallize sticking with that double hit scam out of Danko and the Bankos. As both of these teams are going to just rush straight towards the points. And here we go. Oasis is on. Big Brainy Thoughts. Give Reinhardt a wall climb.
Yeah.
Everyone's
looks like,
going up high.
Yeah, they've got an early high ground, but that is a huge.
Oh, it's Brian with the fire strike. And that is a big advantage as this point is now open. No one on it just yet. They are fighting this fighting game style up here on the high ground. A lot of honor.
K4 has hit some fat fucking nades on. Holy. On
Oh, it's
Lucky.
the shadow the other way. By the way, we do have one member of the. Yeah, Big Brain E-Thought. Just gonna say, hey, let's take this point. And no one challenges it. And now we're gonna have a really long, drawn-out fight here. I think Give Reinhardt wall climb might win. Well, they're just losing percentage. And I take that back. They're not going to win. They are absolutely not going to win.
I don't know. They've got
maybe
respawns
not.
here.
Here they come. K4 gets excited, gets popped for his crimes against humanity, like being alive. And now here we go. The ultra's starting to come through. I have completely lost track of this fight, but here we go. 3 kills in the feed for Give Reinhardt wall climb. They get 4, and that is finally, after a very extended first fight, and 33% given to the team that ultimately lost it, Give Reinhardt wall climb yoinks back the point.
Dude, Dano and Brian just go, yeah, we're not really going to do much and this kind of bullshit, so we're just going to cap point, and they let them. And that's why the score's like this right now. Like,
Yeah, we take those.
yeah, we do.
So there's a
Sir
lot
Bird
of,
also came in big with the 1v1 against K4. Like, that was a good play.
there's going to be a lot of ulting available as we head into this next fight. By the way, keep an eye on Dano. He is coming in behind. He's got the bomb available. Gonna try to get cheeky on somebody with their back turned. They may not have any idea that he's there, but Morty goes down. This is a good opportunity here for Big Brain E-Thoughts, as now they've established up on the high ground. Bob coming through trying to do something. Hammer down on Josh Danko, going to be shielded here, but they're still finding the kills. Josh Danko with some great damage. Bob with some good damage. And after all that setup, Big Brain E-Thoughts is not going to take this fight as Crystallize just mops through everyone with the assistance of Bob.
Although they did need 3 ults to do that. They used Nano, Bob, and Bongo, and Shatter. 4 ults to hold that, which...
Fortunately for them, though, the only ult in the other direction, Q and Pete with the rally. No one especially close on either team after that.
Yeah, actually, you're right. They, shit.
There were some swaps here. Dano did swap over to Junkrat here, not feeling the Tracer after that last pulse bomb. Maybe gotta go more traditional, you know, as everyone just goes up to the high ground and looks at each other. You need something to break through these shields. As here we go.
Oh my god,
Round
that
3.
anti.
Big ante. Will it turn into any kills? It's not. Yeah, it's actually
Oh,
K4 and
no.
Snipes go down. What happened?
Oh, dude, K4 just held that high ground position for way too long. Let the tanks W key into him. I didn't see what happened to Snipes, but he died popping coal. Like, that's the most Papega brain shit I've seen in a while. That sucks. Fuck, dude.
Unlucky. And now that means
Everything's
Flip's
unlucky,
back.
dude.
Yeah, dude.
No one's bad. Everything's unlucky.
All right, so here we go. Give Reinhardt walk climb. They do have a lot of ult charge available here. We should see 3, maybe a nano before long. But on the defense, a lot of ults available and coming close as well. So this could be a big fight. And if it doesn't happen fast, this could be the last very coordinated fight. This Give Reinhardt walk climb has Bob leading it, going to try to turn some faces around. Hammer getting dropped. And actually, Crystallized does get picked here. Brian, oh, Doom fisting around. It's a 1-for-1 though. A DPS trade here is that Bob was ineffective at best. And now I think we're going to see, no, maybe not going to see a reset. Hammer didn't quite do what it intended here. Is the tire did get picked, by the way. Now, finally, Big Brain Ethos, they're able to push through these windows here as they're getting some late staggers. It's going to be real hard to give Reinhardt wall climb to make it back to the point of time now.
That's unlucky, dude. Oh, man. Josh is opting to swap to the ball. He can touch probably, for sure.
Yeah, there will be a touch here. There's a Tracer as well out of Crystallize. And Josh Danko is on the point. All right, show us your best wacky tobacco. Can you flip this point? Cuban Pete rallying for the defenders right now. As Josh is up high. They've lost Spades, though. That's the first pick of this fight. His battery down as well. Coalescence coming to our side. Says Morty goes down. This is a 6v4 in favor of Big Brain Ethos. Looking good to hold on to this point as Josh Danko loses Crystallize as well. And now and there we go. Josh is down. Hard to imagine anything's going to change here as it's a 6v heals. And those healers going to drop. And that is round 1 of Oasis going over to Big Brain Ethos. Now just a point away from the 3-0.
Giver and Wall Climb has these moments where they play extremely well, and then they just do that for an entire map, man. I don't know. That's unlucky.
They look like a team that plays a lot more on instinct and intuition than particularly playing structured.
I absolutely agree with that.
When it works, it works. It's going to work very well because some of the, their good players are going to just pop off. But when they lose it, they have a really hard time getting it back.
5.
Oh yeah.
4.
And
Savage
you don't always
Sliced Bread coming out with a big dive comp though. Sir Bird running. Okay, he's gonna play Moira in this. That's interesting.
Yeah, Moira, Brigida, not your traditional healers with this dive comp, so we'll see how this goes. But I like the verticality here on this map.
Absolutely. They've already fully grabbed the high ground. But
Yeah, but they've given up their spawn. Let's see, we go now. Everyone's dropping
people are
on
getting
down.
caught out, but he sleeps Zappa. That's big.
Yeah, and Crystallize the first to fall here. This is good for Big Brain Ethos. Gonna try to close this one up, but they do lose Brian. So now it's a 5v5. A dive DPS down in both directions right now. As despite this being a 5v5, give Reinhardt walk on. They're gonna just back off the point, give it up, and then looks like still lose the fight anyways, or maybe not. Actually, they're fighting a lot of kills, and it looks like that call to back off momentarily was a good one. They've taken out 3, but they have to finish off this ball as Sliced Bread buying some good time before he finally gets pinned, and that will be his life.
Dude, I mean, they're still they've lost the fight, but they are just gonna hardcore stall it out. Zappa gets in too, and Brian was nearby. He could have stalled it out more, but chose not to. I guess that's whatever.
Miscalculation.
Huge.
They pulled ult on a Morty there on the McCree, but that's 30% for losing an initial fight. Again, they lose the initial fight, but they get a bunch of percentage. This time, it's a ton. I mean, that's an entire fight now that Big Rhino Wall Climb will not get at the end of this map.
Dude, and then K4's gonna get dove again. He sleeps. Dude, K4 has not missed a sleep on Zappa. That is huge. That is actually huge. Love to see that in your Ana. Dano goes down.
Yeah. Let's see here. This is
Josh is gonna get caught and CC'd and maybe dead, but
yeah, Nano came out. QMP goes down. He was close to a rally. The server down as well. That's both the healers. So Big Brain Ethos gonna back up.
yeah. I don't know. Really hard to take a fight when you lose your DPS on the entry, and then Brian's gonna get staggered out again. Unlucky. So now they've kind of just swapped and
Hey,
who wants to stagger and feed, dude?
You know the easiest way to get your intuition back in check? Just have the enemy team keep staggering into you. Because now it's give Reinhardt wall climb here at 60%. But this is going to be a big ulti fight. That is almost 6 ults available as Cuban Pete rallied. But Josh does find a nice slam. They take out Cuban Pete before that rally gets the full monetary value. But Crystallize and K4 both go down to Brian here. And despite some good things, this may be going the way of Big Brainy thought zone. Morty's now kind of fragging out a bit here. There is a Mad Monkey on this point, trying to buy some time, but this is looking great to give Reinhardt wall climb.
I need to recharge.
Okay, here we go. A Nano onto the Monkey, I think?
Yeah, but what's
That must have been a I don't know.
I don't know.
Tire out of Crystallize. This could be the chance to end this round nice and early. If he finds a big kill here, and here we go. Crystallize going over, finds it's the healers, and Crystallize probably pulls it off for his team to secure round 3 of Oasis here. It's Big Brainy Thoughts are gonna march to their deaths. Hammer being dropped. Don't let anyone touch the point, other than this Genji that is behind my camera and is now dead. And we are going to round 3. Give Reinhardt wall climb, still keeping their chance at points alive tonight.
Yeah, that was I don't know. I don't think Zappa and Slice Bread have really practiced dive. Their dives seem very uncoordinated, very split. I think they're gonna go back to double shield and do just fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the dive was very map specific there.
Yeah, or just something like, hey, we're super up and we haven't got to play dive and we don't get to practice, so let's practice that. My team definitely doesn't do that or anything, haha.
Definitely was an ideal time to try it, so we'll see. Back to the basics here. We got Torbjorn coming back. We got shields coming back. If you look on the other side, guess what? You're going to see some shields there too, folks.
Round 3. Capture the objective.
So here we go. Round 3 of Oasis. Can Big Brainy Thoughts get the 3-0, or we'll give Reinhardt wall climb, claw some points in, as these teams not going to meet each other on the high ground.
Yeah, they've already established up on the high ground. You got, and the offense is comp. Well, I guess they did a pretty good job of breaking the turret. That's a bad turret placement for sure.
Yeah, so point is open, and look at this. Give Reinhardt wall climb. They've got the entire team on it until they lose. Oh, they don't lose anybody. They get picked. Zappa and Dan will go down. Now K4 is down, but it's a double main heal out of give Reinhardt wall climb, so they can still kind of keep everyone alive here. As this is maybe looking like a first point going to go over to give Reinhardt wall climb for the first time in Oasis history. And as I say that, Server and Slice Bread come through. Dango and Crystallize are down. I spoke too soon. That could have been a caster curse. Now Morty's down as well. Cuban Pete did get die in the other direction, but this is looking like Big Brain Ethos. They've rallied to the point. But give Reinhardt wall climb. They are fighting on this point for as long. No, they Spades steps off, and there it is. The point flips yet again. 3 rounds in a row.
Dude, oh my god, okay. So, like, Slice Bread just played that so well of just ping-ponging on and off point. Now,
a
fat shatter, dude.
Yeah, Josh taking the shatter just to take out one, but they did lose Morty in the process. That's Deadeye unavailable. But I think give Reinhardt wall climb is going to go for their odds here. But Sigma coming through sends that Nano Ryan up into the air, and K4 dies on this entry as well. Nano Ryan not doing a whole lot. Moira is not able to get this top off going. Now here we go. A tire coming out of Dano. Looking for some picks. Could be open. No, does not find anything. But all of Big Brady Thoughts just finding the M1s right now.
Dude, Spades is doing an incredibly good job of sucking people. Which, if your team's coordinated, or you take a team fight with 6 people instead of 5, you can generally treat that as a kill for all intents and purposes. Like, I don't know. That's unlucky timing.
So now we'll see here. Point at 60. This will potentially be the last fight. And give Reinhardt wall climb has to do it at a total alt disadvantage right now.
Yeah, it's
give Reinhardt wall climb. They're all going for the high ground. They lose Spades on this entry. That's big. They don't have a lot of time to work with, so they have to make a tough decision here. They do get a pick out of Cuban Pete, though. That's a transcendence that will not be used in that fight. And Josh Finkel sees that, and he is going. He's lost Morty behind him, though. But give Reinhardt wall climb. Their position. This is it. This is the fight to keep this match alive, and a lot of damage going out. Molten Come all over Josh Danko's face. Is Josh going for the charge? Hammer on the Zappa, has to finish him off, and he will.
It's
the is going down on the other side. By the way, Josh is in here like basically fighting by himself while his team is fighting a completely separate battle. And Josh is winning as his team is finally coming together. That's 3 kills on the Chad Danko, and that is going to flip this point.
Holy shit, dude. Josh just put the team on his back with that shatter. Shattered both fucking tanks, got in there deep, killed them all. Everyone kind of did their own little thing. Like Brian was trying to 1v1 K4. It was a whole mess. It was a big clown fiesta.
Yeah, now what will happen with the ult from the other direction? Dano has not had much luck with his tires, but it only takes 1.
This is Crystallized's tire.
Oh, I stand corrected. Crystallize. Yeah, he's going to do a Zappa say, fuck you, Shatter, and fuck you, Swift. Don't give Dano my credit. For that, I apologize.
And before Dano get, like a 6-man tire, easy.
Alright, so this is still a lot of ult available here for Big Brain E-Thoughts. Is they only have to win 1 fight to take this point back. The only ult available for Give Ryan Wall Climb is that Orisa Battery. If you only have 1 ult to keep your match off.
Oh no, K4.
And K4 gets picked early. This is a disaster, potentially. Cuban P saying, I'm not taking any chances here. We're going with the Transcendence entrance. Everyone on me, and Zappa with a huge slam. And just like that, Give Reinhardt Wall Climb is mopped up like some spilled milk. And Big Brain E-Thoughts closes this one out with a 3-0.
Heartbreaking. Absolutely just better play. Good fucking job.
Play of the game is going to be Cuban Pete.
I wonder if it's that fatty trance at the end. Yes, it is!
Yeah, the trans entry, the take no chances, just everyone on me, god damn it. Hey, let's get some kills for good measure.
Oh, and then he doinks him at the end too. Fucking, we take those.
Get
easy.
going, young man.
That's a lot of armor.
Alright, folks, so that's going to do it for week 2 of the Baddy Overwatch League. So thank you to everyone for tuning in. We'll see you guys all back next week.